report's pretty much the same. So a lot of guys questionable.
No increased optimism with the three you mentioned yesterday?
Mm-mm.
Dan, so the gun charges, Jameson not going to face any gun charges. Have you talked to him about that, and what's your message to him about kind of how dicey the situation could have been?
Well, we talked about this. Honestly, this was, we had this conversation with J-Mo back, I guess right before his suspension started, somewhere in there. So this has been talked about. We're all good. Hey, you got to be mindful of where you're at. Be on top of your details, man. Get that all eyes are on you. And he's good. We hit it, and he understands that.
Do you think he appreciates just how serious the situation was, and that, you know, he's had a lot of issues, right? Just how, you know, chance after chance that at some point in the NFL, you know, you run out of chances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he does. I do. I think every one of these that come up, you don't want him to come up, but I do think he's learning and he's growing from these. I do. So, yeah, I do. I do.
You guys made a roster move today with James. Just explain why things didn't work out for him here.
Yeah, just, you know, it just didn't. It just didn't. You know, we had James up for a number of games, you know, came back off the injury and got back, and it just never quite worked out, you know. And look, wish him the best of luck. And sometimes you just need a fresh start, and this could be great for him. So wish him the best.
On return, you went with Amon-Ra in the game just because of the way the 46 was structured. Is there a guy in the lead, I guess, for that spot, or are you still trying to figure that out through practice with maybe Tom and Maurice?
Yeah, I mean, we are. I'm still trying to think about that, because part of me says let's just use Saint again, because he is the most reliable. So we may just do that. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to do that. What's that?
That made you more confident that he'll play?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about Saint, actually. But I'll know more today, you know. But you asked me about the three, Justin, you know, that I talked about yesterday, and I don't feel as good about those. I feel pretty good about David, yeah. Yeah, like I say, after full pads yesterday and full tilt practice, it looked good. So.
Could you have kept David out if you wanted to?
Say it again?
Could you have kept David out of this one if you wanted to?
Could I have kept him out? Oh, heck no. Are you kidding me? No. And look, David last week he wanted to get back in that game. He was good, you know, and I held him back just to be on the safe side. So, and he was not happy.
What is the prognosis with Raven? How long-term is that?
We are still waiting on a second opinion.
Is that a concern that it's a season ending?
Could be, but I don't know that for sure. I don't want to, you know. The first word we got was positive. We're just waiting on a second opinion, you know.
How motivated are you guys to break that, to actually get a Thanksgiving victory? You haven't experienced one as a head coach here yet, but how, in this locker room, how do you feel like the guys really want to break that streak this year? Yeah,
I mean, there again, I kind of present it like, I think there's two things. Number one, get a W, right? And it's a division win. That's why this is huge. Number two is because, you know, the players are going to get a couple of days off. So they got family, friends in. It'd be nice to, you know, to feel good about it when you're with everybody. Because it's just not real fun. It's not real fun to be around. You know, ask my wife. She'll tell you. Like, that's what she's praying for a win. I mean, big time, because she knows that, you know, I'm a bear when we don't win. So we all want it. You know, and it is long overdue, but you know, we got to win the win.
Dan, since you brought her up, are you getting a kick out of your wife's larger social media presence?
All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done answering those. Shouldn't have opened that up.
We talked a little bit about the coordinator change there. Offensive coordinator. Is there anything schematically you're seeing different? It seems like it's pretty difficult to change too much on the fly.
There's not necessarily. There is more quick game. There's a lot more quick game. Get the ball out. Pretty simple progressions that he's doing really well with, man. You watch him, bam, bam, bam. He's working across the board, flipping his hips, processes it pretty fast. And if it's not there, he takes off. I kind of mentioned that there is some shifts, motions, perfect plays, kills. So there's a little bit of that that's different than it was. But but they're still doing some of the same things. So I think they've just, they're trying to give him the best opportunity to have success, or with any offense, as much as you can. We get this look, this is what we run. We get the other, we go to this. Or I give you the ability to give an alert, or this is the best route out here to my three-man side versus, cover two, cover one, press on one, off on two, whatever that is. So, that helps. I mean, because now you're not worried about, I got to call this and run it against anything they could possibly give me. I know what it is, and it's the best opportunity to have success.
First-year quarterbacks always progress at their own rate.
Mm-hmm.
What's impressed you the most about what Caleb's been able to do in his first few games?
No, look, it's not easy for any quarterback coming into this league. I don't care who you are. Everything happens so much faster. The athletes, the looks that you get, the amount of separation, or the lack of amount of separation you had in college, so those get on you. It takes a minute, and then between knowing protections, am I hot on this? What's the look? I know this is a disguise. I don't know if this is a disguise, a nickel coming. There's just a lot. And so what I've been impressed with is just he has grown. He's grown every game. But these last two, I really feel like he's taken off. And what they're doing with him has been really good for him. And he just looks very composed. Doesn't get frazzled. Plays pretty fast. And, he's an accurate passer, big arm. And he's got some guys that can get open for him.
What are you seeing out of his skill set and what he's given you on special teams?
Listen, Baki's a pretty good special teams player for us. And like we had a lot of high hopes for him in that regard for us. We felt like in the meantime, while he's learning to be, play the halfback position, because he's kind of new, and it's something he hadn't done a lot of, that special teams would be an area that he would help us, and he's done that. He's a four-core guy for us, and because he does special teams, he plays like a safety, which is what he was in college. So he's growing, he's continuing. We slowly try to give him a couple of plays in the offense just to help him, but he's been an asset. And I go back to this: if you can get him to the game, then you can use him in other areas. So he's been able to do that, and we like him a lot. We like him a lot.
And with Carlton potentially down this week, is there any consideration given to moving Meek outside, just his experience there, or is that too much shuffling the deck with what you guys like to do defensively?
We talked about it. I mean, it's up for discussion. It's hard to say there again on a walkthrough. There, I let the cat out of the bag. We really didn't go full speed and pads yesterday. It's hard to do that. But all things are on the table. It's not like Meek's never played outside. He could go out there and not bat an eye, and then you move E-man inside, which is great. So we have all options on the table. We're not afraid to play Dorsey either with Vildor or whatever the case is. We've got options, and we feel good about all of them.
How are you feeling about Henry Hooker's development throughout the year, and if he has to step in and maybe man a series or a game, or how comfortable are you with him?
He's progressed, which is, what we told him from day one. We just need growth. We need you to grow every week, and we've given him opportunities in practice, good on good, to run our offense, and as much as we can, putting him under pressure, we've done that, and I would say he's progressed. That's the best way to say it, and every guy grows at his own rate, and he's growing. And listen, if the time comes, he's got to be ready to play, period. Doesn't matter whether he's ready or not. He'll go in there, and there's things that he does well, and those are things that we would call that I think he'll have success with. And you go from there.
If I can follow up real fast, is he growing and progressing at the rate that you're comfortable with for a developmental quarterback?
Sure. Any growth is good with me. I mean, that's all. You just want to know he's getting better in all the little small areas to play in the quarterback position, and I think there's so many things when it comes to that. It's, You know, you want it all. You know, everybody wants it all, and it doesn't work that way. And you just want to know, hey man, you can get in there, you can command the offense, get us in the right play. Everybody's going to look at you and know you know your stuff, and they can trust you. Now, is it going to be perfect? No, it doesn't need to be. You know, because there's a way we can play the game if it comes to that too. So, and I do feel him growing, and that's all you can ask for.
Floated out there. Are you guys considering Daniel Jones at all now that he's a free agent?
We haven't really talked about that. I mean, the names come up, but it's not like we've sat down and talked, so I don't want to give you a yes or no.
Thanks,
Yeah.